Well. What else did you expect? This is exactly what I thought was going to happen in this game today. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, guys. But before we start talking about that, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This video right here, we're going to be deep diving the Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid game. As a Barca fan, watching this game, I was fully stressed. My anxiety was off the roof. I had no idea what to expect in this game. Playing at home at the Camp Nou. Oh, man. But let's talk about it. Where do we start off, man? Let's start off with the lineups of the game. I predicted the Barca lineup beforehand. I thought this was exactly how we were going to play, and we did end off playing this way. Hansi Flick has a 4-2-3-1, as usual standard formation, with Joan Garcia in the net. Back four of Koundé, Kubarsi, Gerard Martin, and Cancelo, who's been playing absolutely out of his mind, playing at left back. The two pivot, right in front of them, Eric Garcia and Pedri. And then the front four, the three right behind Lewandowski. Of course, Lamine Yamal on the right. We got Dani Olmo actually starting as the 10. And Rashford, with Rafinha injured, is starting at the left wing position. And like I said, Lewandowski starting up top. Again, going into this game, I was thinking that we can do something. Playing at home at the Camp Nou with the fans there, Champions League, different type of level. We just finished playing Atletico Madrid a couple days ago during the weekend for La Liga. Yes, Atletico Madrid did rest some of the other players, but we did end off beating them 2-1. Wasn't too what's the word saying? Wasn't the best game for Barcelona. Like, we didn't look like the better team, but we did end off winning that game, courtesy of Lewandowski scoring in the last minutes. But Rashford played a great game that game, obviously scoring the first goal in that game. Rashford with Rafinha out. He's just, I'm loving the way Rashford's been playing. I think him being so direct, attacking the defender, as I said before in previous videos, I'm liking the way he's been doing that. He's got so much pace. He's got a shot on him as well. He's super agile. It's very hard to predict what he does on that left wing. But obviously Lamine Yamal in this game as well, I was thinking that he was going to cook. Absolutely cook. We saw him against Nico Gonzalez, who got a red card in that matchup previously against Atletico Madrid. This matchup, he actually faced off against Ruggeri, who actually started at the left back for Atletico Madrid. But it doesn't matter who you play. Lamine Yamal on the right-hand side is going to cook anyone, and we saw it in today's match. But let's move on to Atletico Madrid's lineup. We have a 4-4-2 formation from Diego Simeone, with Musa, who's been absolutely amazing with Oblak being injured. He started off in net, and a back four of Ruggeri in the left back, Hanko and Lenormand as center backs, Molina at the right back, the midfield four, Lookman at left mid, Koke, Llorente, and Giuliano Simeone, and then the front two of Griezmann and Alvarez. And like I said before, Alvarez, Lookman, and Llorente rested the previous match against Barcelona so that they can play and be fully fit for this match. And you saw it. There's so much pace on this team, man. That's the one thing I said before going into this game, is that we gotta be watching out for the pace that Atletico Madrid have. You got Lookman, you got Alvarez, you got Llorente, you got Simeone, and then you got players like Ruggeri and Molina that love to make those runs, those overlays, overlaps. So this is a team that's gonna defend a lot and then just try to counterattack. And that's exactly what I thought. I thought going into this game that we have to be worried about our high line every single game with this Hansi Flick style of play, where our high line just is super high. Our defense is super high. We gotta be worried about the over what's it called? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out right now. But basically, the attack of Atletico Madrid. It's hard. It's hard to play a system like this, especially with players that, Gerard Martin, a great player, but he's not a true center back. He's been doing his part, but we need someone else. We need to go get someone that's comfortable at that left center back position, because the counterattacks are always going to be a problem. And yeah, let's go into the game. Game started off pretty well, actually. Barcelona were all over Atletico Madrid. Again, like I said before, we all know Diego Simeone's style. His style is defend, try to find a counterattack wait for the other team to make a mistake, and take advantage of that mistake. And that's exactly what happened in this game. I did a live stream with my friends at the Footy Culture. If you want to follow that channel, the Footy Culture, for this game, and I said before the match started in the preview that if we don't score our chances, if we don't take chance, or do the best we can with the chances that we have, get a goal, do as best as we can, Atletico Madrid are going to get that one stupid mistake from us, and they're going to counter, and they're going to score, and we're going to concede. And that's exactly what happened in the 44th minute. The game, to that point, Barcelona, like I said, all over Atletico Madrid. They're defending the whole time. Rashford finding moments on that left wing side. Lamine Yamal finding moments on the right wing side. But in the 44th minute, with our high line super, super high, you see a ball sent through to Giuliano Simeone. He finds the perfect time to make a run around or through our defense, and the ball gets to him. Paul Kubarsi, unfortunately, nicks him from behind, trying to get in front of him. Gets a yellow card in the beginning, and I thought, you know what? I'm happy with that. It's not a red card. He gets a yellow card. He stops the play. He stops them from scoring, but after review, Paul Kubarsi is given a red card for that foul. And at this point, I had no idea what to expect because, man, looking back at that right now, how in any world is that a red card? I would have been super, super fine if that was a yellow card. Like I said, if you look at that play, if you saw that play in real time and even after the game, you could see that the ball was just behind Giuliano Simeone. He actually made too much of a fast run that the ball didn't get in front of him. The ball actually got to his side, hit off his side, and then kind of pushed back outside. So technically, to me, it wasn't a goal-scoring opportunity, because a clear one at least, because he didn't have the ball in front of him. It wasn't a one-on-one with the goalie. He didn't have full control of the ball. The ball was placed to his side. He went a little too forward, and obviously Kubarsi, as a defender, what are you going to do? You have to make that run around. Unfortunately, he nicks Giuliano Simeone's foot, which, to be honest, I also think that Giuliano Simeone was looking for that foul at that point. He knew that he didn't get a clear touch of the ball. Why not try to get a foul, and why not try to get a red? And that's what happened. And at the end of the day, I don't blame Kubarsi for that foul. I do blame him in the defense for letting him get through that, that counterattack and making that run. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I can say about that foul. Red card there. And I thought, you know what? At least Kubarsi stopped a goal-scoring opportunity. We do have a red card, but we could bring a player back and just, at least the one bright thing about it was they didn't score from that opportunity. But, of course, I had to go and jinx it, because from that foul, the free kick, Julian Alvarez decides to bang the free kick. He said, hold my bag, I'm going to score this, and scores an absolute peach of a free kick, top right corner. I do believe it hits off of Lewandowski just a bit maybe, but even again, that little bit made Joan Garcia not able to get a hand on it. Joan Garcia, to be honest, did the best he could do. He stretched out for that. He was like a cat, but that free kick, that goal was legit upper 90. It couldn't be any more in the corner. But yeah, oh my gosh, I can't even speak right now. That's how pissed off I am. Julian Alvarez scores a peach of a free kick from the foul, from the red card in the 45th minute. And we go into the half, a goal down and a man down. So, yeah. At that point, I didn't know what to expect. I just hoped that we could hold this maybe to a 1-0 loss. Maybe we can see if we can get a 1-1 draw. Maybe get a 2-1 win, but don't let them score anymore. We cannot concede anymore. And then going on to the second half, obviously with the red card, like I said, we would have to do some changes. And you know what? Hansi Flick did the right thing here. He took off Lewandowski. He took off Pedri, who was on a yellow card, save him for this second leg. With a man down, it's pretty obvious that players are going to go for it, and they might be more prone to get yellow cards. Pedri with already a yellow card, you don't want him to get a red card. So I'm actually pretty happy that he took him off. Let him rest as well, because a man down, you're running a lot. So taking off Pedri, taking off Lewandowski, you're a striker. Usually when you get a red card, the strikers are the first one to be subbed off for that. Fermin Lopez comes in for Lewandowski. Gavi comes in for Pedri. Gavi hasn't played a lot recently because of his injury, still coming back. But he did all right in this game. But like I said, with those players out, with that red card, Eric Garcia had to drop back into the center back position. So basically, it was Cancelo left, Gerard Martin left center back, Eric Garcia right center back, and Koundé as the right back. And then our midfield was Fermin Lopez, Gavi, and Olmo at the 10. And we had Lamine Yamal on the right and Rashford on the left, and no striker, obviously. So I thought, you know what? The best he could have done, Hansi Flick, with what he was, given, the plate that he was given. I wouldn't have taken Rashford out. I wouldn't have taken Lamine out. So those are the two guys that have actually been doing something this game. Like I said, Lewandowski, unfortunately, didn't get any involvement in the first half. He just wasn't being looked at. Our wingers, Lamine and Rashford, were very, very, very direct. So, yeah, I think that was the best thing he could have done. And then going into the game, going for the rest of the half, we had our moments. Lamine Yamal, man. I gotta talk about this brother right here. This guy right here plays and does everything for this team, man. He puts his life and soul for this team. He puts it all out. He bleeds Barcelona. He bleeds Culé. What he did in this game, man, I don't know how to even put it into words. He was taking on 3, 4, 5 men. There was one moment where he got a little cheeky Panenka on Reguri, I think it is, Reguri. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but gets a little Panenka from him, Panas him, and then, Pana, not Panenka. Panas him, finds himself going down the wing, and just the amount of times where we saw him take on 2, 3 guys and always find a way to get out of those situations and find, a player in the box, pass it back, create a chance from that. Lamine Yamal deserves more in this game. You saw it by the end of the game. He was tired. He was mad. He was banging the floor because, you know what? For him being 18, he has such a mature mind. He understands that he's the main man for Barcelona. Wearing that number 10 is heavy, but he takes it with pride, and he did the best he can. And I think he was just maybe mad, of course, about the situation with us being a man down. Obviously being mad about the situation where our team wasn't performing the best. But I think the biggest thing that he was mad about is that he puts himself at a high standard and he expects the best from himself. And he just knows that he didn't do it. He couldn't get that goal in this game, even though he was the best player on this team, even the best player on the field. But he couldn't get that goal. And that's the thing with Lamine Yamal that puts him in a different tier, a different category from other players. He looks himself super, super hard, and he knows that he has to be the man. And when he doesn't get those goals, he thinks that it's hard. So he goes really hard on himself. But Lamine Yamal, man, what a game again! Every single game, there's not a single game where he's not the best player for Barcelona or one of the best. Every single time he gets the ball, something's gonna happen. There's gonna be some chances created. There's gonna be some balls played through, some goals, and there's no one can stop him, man. No one can stop him. There was one chance on the right wing side, I believe it was in the second half, where he went through 3, 4, 5 guys. Unfortunately, when he takes the shot, it hits off a defender, takes another shot, hits off another defender. So just couldn't get that clear shot off, but the way he's able to take on those guys, it's absolutely amazing. It's incredible to see it. And in slow motion, in the replay, it's even better. You see his slow motion, the way he's able to get that little tap off, his little flick off the foot, where he perfectly finds an angle too. It's Lamine Yamal, man. Kudos to you, man. Keep doing your thing. You are the bright light of this Barcelona team, especially in situations like this. But yeah, going into the rest of the game, obviously, Atletico Madrid, at this point, we're just going to relax, wait for us again to attack and just try to counterattack, like I said, with the pace that they have as well. That was always their game plan. And then in the 60th minute, when I saw man like Sorloth come on and Baena, I thought right away, Sorloth, this man loves to play against us. He loves to play against Barcelona. And what did he do? He ends up scoring in the 70th minute. This brother right here is an absolute tank. I understand Haaland is Norway's best forward, best striker, but Alexander Sorloth, man, what a baller he is. He's got feet on him, man. He's fast, he's strong, he knows how to score a goal when he gets the opportunity, and that's what he did in the 70th minute. Assist from Ruggeri, who just basically passed it down the left side, finds him in the middle. Man like Gerard Martin tries to put a body in, but he just gets absolutely destroyed, just gets bodied off, pushed off. Sorloth gets a goal in there. And at that point, 2-0, I'm like, okay, please just leave it at this point. Don't let them score anymore. I understand we need to score, especially being home at the Camp Nou. It doesn't look good. The fans are definitely not going to like it. We obviously want to get that goal, but don't let them score again. We cannot concede a third goal. We saw it in the Copa del Rey where they scored the third goal, and we just couldn't come back from that remontada. 2-0 down is a lot better, and I think something that we can definitely do in the second leg. But yeah, man like Ferran Torres came on afterwards, Araujo came on afterwards, and then from that point on, I think I just knew that it was game over. 2-0 going into the second leg now at the Metropolitano. Like I said, we're playing away in the second leg. Unfortunately, that's the situation here. If we play the Camp Nou for the second leg, maybe a little bit different. But no matter what, we have to go into the second leg with the mindset to come back. We love a remontada. Barcelona, I don't know what it is, man. Can you just let me relax for a bit? Why do we always have to try to go and make a huge scenario, a movie about this? You know, make it so entertaining for the fans and try to get a remontada out of here. Just let us get a win, man. But at the end of the day, we have to go to the second leg. We have to go to the Metropolitano with the right mind. In the second leg, it is reported that Bernal should be back, and I believe someone else. Balde is definitely going to be back as well. And I forgot someone else is supposed to be back. Not Rafinha. I'm not too sure who. But definitely Bernal and Balde will be back for that game. And to me, to be honest, if we're thinking about the second leg, we have to be starting players like Balde on the left, Cancelo on the right back, and then you have to start Bernal and Pedri in the midfield. To me, I think that's the best double pivot. Obviously, De Jong's still injured. De Jong actually might be back, I believe. That's the player, I think. But the second leg, we have all to play for. Rashford obviously has to step up. Lamine Yamal is going to keep doing his thing. And Robert Lewandowski, he's got the experience. He's got the UNC status. He knows and he smells a goal when he does it. He can get a goal in there too. So, guys, let me know in the comments down below. That is our recap of the Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid game. A deep dive into this game. And yeah, man, Barcelona, unfortunately, not the best. Let's go through some stats before actually we finish this. We have 50 possession for Barcelona, 42 for Atletico Madrid, 1.1 expected goals for Barcelona, 0.44 for Atletico Madrid. But the biggest thing here is 18 total shots. 18 total shots, but only 2 big chances in that. And only, let me see, shots on target. You know what? Actually, it's a lot. 18 total shots and 7 shots on target. So we had our chances. Like I said, Rashford had 2 big chances where he should have scored. One where he shot out at the goalie and another one where he just kind of fluffed it. But yeah, looking at that, I think we have the ability to get those shots off. We have the ability to get our chances. It's just we have to finish those chances in the second leg. We cannot go out in the Champions League this year, this early on, and especially to a team like Atletico Madrid. Just haram ball the way they play. Diego Simeone as well. I hate the way Atletico Madrid play. They're just super defensive, man. And I understand it works. It definitely works. But to me, I love to be entertained. I love watching attacking football, and that's why I'm a huge Barca fan because of what they're doing this year with Hansi Flick. But yeah, Barcelona, they put themselves in a pickle. Hopefully that remontada can come. Cross our fingers. Let me know in the comments down below if it can happen. But until then, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao. Vamos.